guys, I didn't see you there. I was just catching up on my makeup news. The first makeup video of the decade. Of the new year, but of the decade sounds way more dramatic. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Thanks for joining me. Today we will be doing a makeup video and it's going to be a full face of Charlotte Tilbury, which feels rather poignant for me, to be honest. If you guys have been following me for a while, you will know that I did a lot of Charlotte Tilbury makeup videos and product reviews and tutorials back when I first started this channel, I think almost 4 years ago now. I've been a fan of the brand for ages and they've supported me with all their new launches ever since, and I in return love talking about them. Today actually is a really cool video because we are talking about the fact that from one teeny tiny iconic lipstick. This is the original Pillow Talk lipstick by Charlotte Tilbury. It's well loved by millions. In fact, apparently one is bought every 2 minutes in the world, according to the Pillow Talk Times. But rather excitingly, they've actually launched Pillow Talk 2, and this one's called Pillow Talk Medium. So I will be swatching this later on in the video, just so you guys can see the comparison between the original and the new one. But I think it's a really great idea because I know so many people love the idea of Pillow Talk, but when it gets on their lips it just doesn't suit their colouring, so it's really nice that they brought out a dark shade so it's going to suit more skin tones. Today's makeup is just going to be a try and a test of everything new from the Pillow Talk line, because believe me, I'm looking at all the products here and it has expanded massively. So I'm just going to chuck it all on my face, see how we get on, do a full Pillow Talk look using these beautiful products and just kind of get to know all the newbies, because there's a lot in here, including this amazing Pillow Talk Instant Eye Palette, which includes 4 individual quads for like day, desk, dusk, dream, you know, all the like categories she gives her makeup. I think it's amazing. So let's dive in. So I've already prepped my skin with skincare. In fact, I'm just going to tie my hair up. Please excuse my attire. I am having a work from home day and I put this hoodie on at 8 AM this morning and it's just so warm and it's so cold outside in January right now, so I'm keeping it on. And then I've just put this rather fetching scarf hair thing in. So to start with, I'm going to apply some of the Hollywood Flawless filter. I've had this stuff for a while. People talk about this all the time in terms of how to use it, but I think do whatever you want really. You can use it on top of makeup as a highlight, or you can use it underneath makeup, which is what I'm doing today for that sort of like lit from within glow. When I buff it in with the base product, it's gonna just... So let's just get started with that. I'm just gonna kind of keep it where I put it, to be honest. A nice little enhancement. See that? It's just added a glow. So for foundation today, I'm gonna be using the AIRBRUSH Flawless Foundation. Stays all day and night, and I am shade 4 Neutral. This is gonna be my base. I don't have much experience with this. I did actually chuck it on before a night out the other week, and do you know what? It did last a really long time. I wasn't a massive fan as soon as I applied it, but I've learned to be patient in my former years, and that what it looks like when you put it on the skin initially isn't what it's going to look like usually in about half an hour to an hour. So my skin is quite dry right now. It's all this horrible January weather we're having. I think that looks pretty nice. Like, as you can see, it's full coverage. It's got a kind of like suediness to it, so it looks like a kind of demi matte right now. But from experience, I know that when it warms up on my skin, it is gonna bring a little bit of a glow back to the surface, which I'm down with. I don't like anything too matte. So just to be clear, we haven't actually used any Pillow Talk products. I'm just kind of putting the base on for you guys. Oh wow. For my concealer, I'm going to use Magic Away Liquid Concealer. Never used this before. I'm using shade 3, which is fair. It comes with this like domed sponge applicator. I guess I just gotta feed it through. I hope it's not gonna be one of those annoying ones where I'm here for like a week and you're like, it's broken, it's broken. I think it might be broken. Yeah, I think it's broken, guys. Oh my god, I got a dud. Whoa, okay, no, there it is. So I'm just gonna use that underneath the eyes, just for light, bit of shape. And then in the little crevices, and I'm just going to buff that out with a concealer brush. To be fair, that AIRBRUSH foundation. It's really covered up most of my imperfections and discoloration, if I'm honest, but it wouldn't feel like a full face of makeup without a bit of concealer now, would it? Okay, so as part of the Pillow Talk expansion range, it looks like they've brought out a new Pillow Talk blusher. This is the original one, which is the Pillow Talk that I know and love really well. It's the Cheek to Chic, so it's got a little bit of the highlight in the middle and then the pink color around the outside. This is the new version. It's called Pillow Talk Intense. If we just look at them side by side, we can do a little comparison. This is the original version, the one that I use and suits my skin tone, and then this is the new version for darker skin tones, so the intense version. And that's them side by side. I love this blush so much. You can basically control how much glow goes into the blush by just avoiding the center bit, which is the sort of highlighty area. So I just swirl it around the outside and then I take a little tap of that highlight, and it is just, oh, it's just perfect. Makes me smile every time I use it, and I don't care how cheesy that sounds. It's the most natural colour ever. Alright, so I could actually run this colour, which is the centre highlight, across the cheekbones, but I have another product to use for that. So let's take a look. Next up I'm going to show you these Beauty Light ones. This is the original Pillow Talk version. This is the newer version. It's the medium 2 Pillow Talk Beauty Light wand. So side by side comparison, this one looks like it's a lot more golden, but let's just squeeze it out. Oh, I'm so nervous when I do this. Okay, nice. Oh wow, that is coppery. Oh, that's gonna look, yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so a side-by-side comparison of the two. This is the original highlight, and then this is this new medium color. Again, that's gonna be too dark for me, so I'll stick to the original, but that's just the side-by-side comparison so you guys can see. Just gonna dot this where I would normally use my highlight, and then I'm just gonna use my fingers to blend out the highlight. It's really pretty. Actually, surprisingly easy to blend. Sometimes some of those cream highlights can get really sticky really fast and not want to move. This feels nice. Feels like I can move it around. It's quite silky. Right, so I am happy with that. Lovely. I'm actually gonna keep this one and use it on my eyes because I think that's such a pretty copper shade. That's gonna look really nice on the lid. So before we move on to the big boy palette, I do just want to show you a new version of her original Pillow Talk luxury palette. So Charlotte does these quads and I love them to bits, and as soon as she brought out the Pillow Talk one, I was just besotted. It's like my go-to travel quad. It's the one that I use for most occasions. She's actually brought out the luxury palette of Pops Pillow Talk version. So let's just compare these side by side. I'm guessing that this is probably going to be a more deluxe version of the original one. Yes. So this is the original, well-known and loved Pillow Talk quad. Obviously, you've got the prime color, the enhanced color, the pop color, and then the smoke color, so you can build an eye look with that. What I love so much about these eyeshadow palettes, they're so customizable. So here we have the luxury version of the Pillow Talk quad. As you can see, there's actually sparkles in every single color in that palette. If we just get a side by side here, you'll see that actually there's a shimmer in the original one, 2 mattes and a sparkle, but these are all sparkly. Okay, I'm not actually going to try this today because I want to give the big palette a go. So this is the big palette. I'm a little bit like, it looks insane, like I can't wait to try it. For me though, I'm just a little bit like, ooh, palettes, I'm not massively into them anymore. I can appreciate that some people still love and collect them and it's their thing, but I'm quite happy with a quad or a single shadow nowadays. But because we love Pillow Talk and because I want to show you exactly what she's come up with, I'm gonna use the 12 shadow palette that she's just brought out. I mean, oh my god, that packaging is stunning. Look at that. It's amazing. It's just like the Film Star Bronze and Glow. It's like an embossed metallic rose gold. Oh, it's beautiful. Wow, okay. As I mentioned before, there is 12 shadows in there, and she's got them all from 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you can basically build an eye look for any occasion. We've got day, we've got desk, we've got date, and we've got dream. They all look stunning. The day one is really similar to the original Pillow Talk quad that I just showed you guys. You can see the colors are pretty similar. The desk one is definitely more of a peach toned full matte shadow look, and then Date again is full matte, but it's also like more like browns, as you can see there. There's some really nice pinky browns, and then the last one, which is Dream, is like a really pinky, almost reddish in color trio of shadows. We've got two of the glittery ones there, and then a full matte pink at the end. To be honest, these colors work together pretty well. You could probably mix and match. I think that's what I'll probably do as well. I'll probably mix and match to build an eye look today. Before we jump in with the shadow, I'm just going to quickly do my brows. They're not done yet. My brows are pretty dark at the moment, but I am just going to put some product on them. I'm actually going for brow lamination next week, which I'm very excited about. All right, brows done. Let's dive in with this palette. Where to begin? I think I'm going to do a sort of in-betweeny eye. So I'm going to use the Prime shade from Desk. It's sort of like, oh, okay. Okay, more pigmented than I thought actually. It's sort of like a very washed out terracotta. Let's call it sun-bleached terracotta. Don't worry, Charlotte, I will name your eyeshadows for you. Oh my god, I feel like I'm gonna go so rogue. I feel like I'm gonna go so rogue, and so many of you are gonna be like, that's not for that. You need to use that in the crease. I could do whatever I want. Okay, next up I'm gonna take the Smoke shade from the Day palette. I told you I was going rogue. I'm gonna actually just put this mid to outer corner. I just want to bring some pink back. Keep it as authentic Pillow Talk as pos, you know? I actually didn't know this until I received this mailer the other day, but Charlotte Tilbury is now fully vegan, which is fantastic, because I really do think at this day and age, in 2020, no brand has an excuse to not be cruelty-free or vegan. There's really no excuse, to be honest. We have come that far in makeup and science to not be putting animal products in our beauty and not testing our human products on animals. That's gorge. I love that colour. It's like perfect. So I'm going to jump back to the Desk trio here, and I'm going to use that Smoke shade for what it was made for. Would you believe it? Just darken up the socket. Put a little bit of that underneath. I don't know about you, but most of January I spent like sans makeup, naked face, and it was wonderful. But I'm ready to get back. All right, so let's add a little bit of shimmer. I'm gonna go back to the Day trio here, and I'm gonna pick out this really lovely rosy champagne with a slight shimmer running through it. And I'm just gonna press that into like kind of the center and inner. I like. And then to finish, I'm just going to take this first shade, which is like a really kind of pale champagne hue. I'm just going to pop it just in that inner corner. Charlotte Tilbury's released a Pillow Talk eyeliner, which sounds slightly bizarre because Pillow Talk tends to be like various shades of pink, but this looks like it's going to be a kind of like mauvey brown hue. So I'm going to chuck that on with my Pillow Talk look. I'm just going to do a soft smudge in the corner. It's almost like burgundy. I'm just going to wing that a little bit, and I'm just going to smudge that in. Just for good measure, I'm going to chuck some of that into my waterline. Alright, so I've got a few lip products to show you guys. This is the original Pillow Talk Lip Cheat lip liner, which we all know and love. And that goes with the original, this is like a bloody Rubik's Cube, the original lipstick I showed you early on, a well-loved fave of mine. So we'll put that on for you, and then I will show you the medium version. So we do have the medium version, the Matte Revolution medium version of Pillow Talk, and there's a liner to correspond with that. It says Intense, so I don't know if they're going to marry up too well, but I do know the Intense liner is going to go really nicely with this creamy version of Pillow Talk Intense. So that's 3 different lipsticks to try. I've also got here a Pillow Talk Superstar Lips. Now this is like a glossy lipstick. I love this for every day. It's a winner with me. I've already tried it. This is a new version, but I've loved this product. I actually use it more than the original Pillow Talk now because it's just so comfortable on the lips. It does give that kind of glossy sheen, which is so nice, and I love wearing it at the moment. And then finally, I've got this, which I've never tried before. I believe it's a liquid lipstick version of, you guessed it, Pillow Talk. So I'm just gonna put that on the back of my hand. Oh, it's a gloss. All right, so let me just put on the original Pillow Talk lip, and then we will do the medium one so we can see the difference. There really is nothing else in the world like using a fresh liner. Always got to be generous with that lip line, honey. Lip liner on, and then this is the original Pillow Talk, which I love. There's never a moment when I don't put this on and I'm just like, I love you. This is why I get so excited about makeup. This is my jam. Thank you, CT. This is my jam. I freaking love Pillow Talk. I love the whole collection. I'm so glad you've got medium intense now, so more people can just discover the joys of this collection. Okay, so I'm actually going to chuck some gloss onto that Pillow Talk original just so you can see what the glossy version looks like. I'm loving a gloss right now, and this one looks super pigmented as well. Oh yeah, more of the exact same shade going on. That's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. I love it. I don't want to take it off, but for good measure I need to try out these new shades as well. So let me just take this off. Okay, so now I'm going to try out Pillow Talk medium with the original lip liner. Ooh. Oh, that's really nice. That's really nice. I really like that. It's definitely way more intense than the original. It's got way more brown tones in it. I love it. It's maybe a little bit too intense for my skin tone for daytime, but I would wear this on a night out, definitely. I love it. Same textures, same feel, same smell, shea butter. Before we move on to the intense lipstick, which is new, I'm gonna show you the Superstar Lips in Pillow Talk, just to give you an idea of how just really lovely this is. Not as much colour as a lipstick, but just a really nice everyday. And look, it's got that tiny little sheen on it as well. You can tell it's got pigment in it, but it's not a lot. That's why it's just a great everyday product. And I'm gonna pop that straight in my bag now because I lost my other one. All right, so last up, I've got the Pillow Talk Intense lipstick. This isn't a Matte Revolution lipstick, it's a cream finish. So it's gonna come out a little bit different on the lips, but also it's the most dark Pillow Talk lipstick Charlotte Tilbury does in the collection. So let's see how we go. So that's the intense lipstick on me. It actually looks like pretty much brown on my mouth. It's really nice going out shade actually, but I imagine it would look totally different, as do these lipsticks look on every different skin color. So definitely worth going in and trying everything out before you buy, because you never really know what lipstick's gonna look like on your skin tone. I've just popped on my original Pillow Talk liner and lipstick because it's my fave, but I'm so glad that she's expanded the range. The eyeshadows are stunning. I'm not sure how much use I'm gonna get out of a palette this big, but it is stunning and all of the shades are gorgeous and you can totally mix and match across the categories. But I really do love the quads, the luxury eye quads. They're my fave. They're just really nice and compact. I hope you like this makeup video. Please leave all your comments down below in the comment section. I will of course answer all of them. All the products I have mentioned today will be linked in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you know every time I upload, which is usually Sundays or Mondays now. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you back here on my channel really soon. Bye for now.